Welcome to another episode of Motivated to the Max. This is your boy Daryl Tisdale, aka Daryl the Motivate, aka Daryl gonna keep it moving, aka I'm just gonna have a whole bunch of AKAs because you know what, it is Friday. It's Friday. We get to have fun, get to be lit, do everything how the way that we want to do because why? It's Friday. It's Friday. I mean, even though we had the little ice and all that stuff. Y'all can see outside my window. I still see ice and snow and everything like that. But guess what? It don't stop us from keeping this party moving, have everything to keep motivated. So before we even get started, I gotta go over the house rules. All right, the house rules. If you don't know, this is your first time here on podcast land, on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. This is your first time being here. Here go your house rules. All right. Rule number one of the house of Motivated to the Max. We gotta keep it hot. All right? Keep it hot. Honest, open, and transparent. All right? Rule number two. We're going to have to come in here. You got to be lit. All right? That's right. It's lit. L-I-T. But we use lit as living in thankfulness. All right? Okay, so rule number three. And this is like the most important rule of Motivated to the House. Everybody will be able to handle this rule right here, all right? Trust me. Because if you can't handle this rule and everything like that, don't worry. We're going to get to the place where you can handle this rule, all right? Be yourself. That's right. I said, don't that rule sound so easy? Be yourself. You don't have to fake and act like you're somebody that you're not and everything like that. Be yourself. And let me tell you, it's great to be yourself because only you can make the adjustments for yourself that can be a better you for you. So why not be yourself? But boy, I need to put that down on the t-shirt. Watch, I'm about to go back and watch this whole replay, just watch this whole video again. And I say, you know what? I'm going to have to put that on for a t-shirt. And trust me, I will do that too. But before we even get even further more into Motivated to the Max on the day, I got to do the 10-second count off. The 10-second count out is from where, we count off for 10 seconds. This is the moment that you have your detox moment. This is a moment from where anything that's trying to hold you back, slow you down, trying to stop you or anything from doing the things what God has called for you to do. This is your chance to get all that negative, bad vibes out your system and everything. And then we're going to recharge you up with these positive vibes coming here from Motivated to the Max. So after we cast them things out the way, then you take your breather. All right? So here go your 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, what I like to do, I like to just throw it out there in that sea of forgiveness because I don't want it to come back. I don't even want to remember it right now. It helped me get to my process, but I just don't want to go through some of them bad mojos and what was going on. I don't want to go through that. So I want to be out there in the sea of forgiveness. Hopefully, if you like to fish and everything, do not fish my troubles and stuff out to sea. Just let it stay up in there. If it don't look right, just throw it back in there in the water, and that means it's probably was mine. And then now, have your breather. That's right. Have your breather. So those are your rules for here for Motivated to the Max. I seem like I have to go over the rules every time because some people who don't want to be themselves. They want to be like they got. Let me tell you, you talking to a person who always do not have it all together. I have moments from where my wife had to get on me sometimes, from where my pastors and my my leaders and other people say, Daryl, I need for you to calm down. They have to get on me sometimes, but they know that I'm like I'm the silly person that loves to have fun, but I have a bit passion for people as well. So, with that being said, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? I know podcasts. I know you guys can't. You can't. Well, I can't say how you can't say how you're doing right now. But if you go into in the podcast, there should be a little spotlight for an Anchor and everything for where you can click on Spotify, where you could be able to go in there, clicking it, and you can actually leave a voice message and say on how you are doing, and then I'll get it. And then you know what? Hey, we'll have you up here on the chat and everything like that. Say, yo, like so and so was doing great, so and so, so and so was doing good. Yo, like this is the time for we have to be honest with ourselves. Like, yo, really, like how you guys are doing. I pray and hope you guys are doing well. It is great to see my lovely sister Mari on here on this morning. All glory to God. If you guys knew on what was Mari, I'm so blessed and have my heart is just like filled with joy just to be able to see you on here on this morning. I'm praying that you are doing great. All glory to God, because we already know that, hey, the healing is already in the atmosphere for you. And then, my Lord, it already done happened. Look, it done got hot up in here just because we thanking God for what God is doing for you right now. It done got hot up in here already. So we thank God for you. And then praise God for like my lovely wife is on here as well. She is working remotely, but she's always in the background being right here for her, honey and everything like that. She always got my back, just like I be getting on her and saying that I got her back. And so that's why the point that we're called Team Tisdale, because we got each other's back and we love one another, and we love God too. So how if you was in the band and everything, how sometimes you used to talk junk to the other band, and then you say, look, don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff. That's how we are. Look, don't start nothing, it won't be nothing, okay? Because I'm the one who'll pop out first, and then she'd be the one to be optimistic and say they didn't mean it. They probably just wanted to see how you gonna act. However, though, what you're not gonna do, right? Look, she back in the back and look, just don't give a reason to pop off. And so, look, and the scientists came up here and talking about amen. So, yes, I am happy. I am blessed on today, on this Friday morning. I am so blessed. We were sitting right here. I was in here last night. We was getting ready to go lay down for and the power went off, but then it came back on. And so I was kind of, I ain't gonna front, I was kind of nervous because I was like, oh man, this power don't went out. So what things, the power go off, everything's off track and everything. So you got to put in the work to try to put everything back on track to make sure that, everything's working properly and everything. Like, like for me, like I'm the person who always got to handle like the internet, the Wi-Fi, and, every electronic device is going on up in this house and everything. But how many of you guys know, thank God I did not have to do a hard reset. I thank God I did not have to do a hard reset. And I'm going back for what we would talk about in Life Wired back in Maximizing Life Family Worship Channel on that Wednesday night. Yo, thank God all the system and the devices was able to reestablish the service on what they need to reestablish. So thank goodness I didn't have to do a hard reset, because if I did, then I probably wouldn't be on here right now. Podcast, look, same thing with y'all too. But, so like, because like right now, like the wind and stuff is blowing real hard outside. Like you can actually hear the wind. Like I was picking last night, said the wind's like, woo. That's what it sounds like. That's how the way the wind is sounding right now, hitting against the surface and everything like that. And so it was making me thinking, it was having me sit right here from where, like the wind is blowing so hard and everything like that. I was looking at the wind. Some people be like, oh man, like it's cold outside and everything like that. I have another perspective on why I'm hearing the wind blowing like the way I'm hearing it blowing. I hear the wind blowing. That's letting me know that God is in this presence. Like, yo, I'm protecting you guys right now. And so I was like, I've been hearing this wind blowing for the past couple of days. The wind has been like, whoo. It's been like blowing hard and everything. And what made it so funny, like when I opened up the door last night to get something from outside, to get our grocery stuff from outside and everything like that. Like then, like the wind had stopped blowing, but then it was starting like to come into the home. It was starting to like come into our home and everything. Yet like the wind was kind of cold, but then the same time of the wind felt like it was kind of warm at the same time for me. Now my wife, she might be ninja. It was cold. No, it was warm for me. And so, the person came in to help us, to bring our groceries in and everything like that. And then as soon as I like closed back the door and, locked down everything and everything like that. And then, we were sitting here like getting ourselves together, I was putting up groceries and everything like that. As soon as everything was locked down and everything like that, guess what? Then the wind started blowing hard again. And so then I was like, wow. So like when I kind of noticed it from whenever, like when I cracked the door open, the noise, the hard wind blowing was I had like the door cracked and everything. So like that wind was able to come into our home. Some of that, that air was able to come into our home. But as soon as I closed up the cracks and everything, then the wind started blowing real hard. And how the way God was trying to show me with with that wind and everything like that, from whenever whenever you allow God to seal up all the cracks with things, won't be trying to come in and to tear things up, that wind is blowing to let you know that he's covering all over us.
My God.
So I was like, whoa. Cause I tell my wife this every time, like, for the past couple of days, every time before we like get up on whenever that we're about to be on 3,000 and everything like that, the first thing that I hear when I wake up first thing in the morning is I hear the wind blow. And it just be like, whoo, it just blowing hard. Whoo, it just blow. And then blow, like even right now, by me talking and everything, the wind is blowing hard outside. So I was like, well, I said, well, geez, I said, well, and every time I said, well, man, I said, well, my God, that wind is just blowing. And it said, like, the more and more I said, well, God, that wind is blowing outside. We're right here thinking that, well, it's super cold outside, because it done been ice and snowing and everything like that. Man, whenever I'm hearing that wind, when I hear the wind, but that's God letting me know, say, yo, I got y'all. Don't worry about it. I got you. And so then, we were going to bed last night. The lights went off. Like the whole power, it was just like we was getting ready to go to bed. I was look, we're making some funny. I was getting ready to shut everything down for the night. And so then as soon as I'm getting ready to make my movement and everything, then all of a sudden, boom, the power ran out. And then it wasn't even like a full minute. It was like within 30 seconds, boom, the power came back on. So I was like, okay, then, well, so then wife was like, honey, come on, get ready to go to bed, because, go ahead and get ourselves ready. If the power goes out, and the power go out, and, we already in the bed, and we ain't got to worry about trying to make our way to the bedroom or anything like that. So I said, okay, cool, I'm on the way. So then my wife went and said, she said, yo, we're praying that same thing for what our elder had prayed, yo, that every light and stuff in this apartment complex and all over stay on for everybody. And so then, but then, like, whenever the power had went out for that glimpse of a second, the wind started blowing even more harder. It was like, shoo! I was like, oh, Jesus. But then that was God letting me know, said, yo, I got y'all. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. It's okay. I got you. And so, how many of you guys may know sometimes it's like from where you know how sometimes we might want that reoccurrence, like that everything's gonna be all right, or like we be sitting right here worrying about some things, what's going on in life and everything like that. But then sometimes we all just want to be like, Lord, just give me a sign to let me know that everything's just gonna be all right. Man, how many of you guys know sometimes like it may not come like in money or anything like that. It may come just by a simple wind blow. And just be like, whew, hey, it's okay. And then like it made it something like, and then just like I was sitting right here laughing, but then at the same token, it was kind of showing me like, yo, whenever that God allowed things to happen like the way it did, like our fire alarm was going off in here. Like it was like beep, like every 10, 15, it was like beep, beep. It kept on beeping off, like going off. So it's like, so we were trying to think like, well, it probably need new batteries or, whatever like that. Man, how many of you guys know whenever that the power had went off, came right back on, and then look, I didn't reset nothing. Like, I didn't do like the microwave clock or anything like that. I just left everything like the way it was. And so then we wake up this morning, and my wife, because the people were supposed to come in and look at our fire system in our whole building. And so like we was getting up this morning and everything, and all of a sudden my wife was like, yo, did the people come in and we didn't know it while we were asleep? And I was saying, like, no, because they would have had to knock to come in first. Like, wow, what are you talking about? All of a sudden, the alarm, the smoke detector thing stopped beeping. And we was like, yo, that thing stopped beeping. And then we was like, well, it might have happened. It might have did like a little small reset from where, from when the lights got cut off and then, then it came back on. And then we were like, oh, okay, yeah, that was a good thing. That was a good thing right there. But man, how many of you guys know, man, from whenever God was able to reestablish everything, man, God had reestablished like our security to let us know that he got us. For all we know, it's like we might have had like a faulty smoke detector and stuff in here, but then once the power had went off and then come back on to do that small reset and everything, man, that was God reestablishing that, yo, I got y'all. I got you covered. You're taken care of. And I was like, yo. And so then, I come in, I'm making sure everything was fine, electronic wise and everything like that. But then it was like, yo, I came in, I said, Lord Jesus, don't let me have to do like a hard reset. Because sometimes when the power stuff goes, it just seems like everything don't want to reconnect right and everything like that. But then as soon as I cut on the TV and everything, to try to get everything back up and function, because, everything's running off the internet and everything here. And all of a sudden, as soon as I cut the TV and stuff on, it would just show like, boom, like nothing done happened. And so I was like, well, thank you, Jesus, because not only I got to sit right here, I got to mess with the Eco Dots here. I got to mess with with Apple TV up in here. I got to mess with this MacBook. I got to mess with my wife's computer. It's just everything that would have been done all in hectic. But then this morning, whenever God did what he did on last night and everything, God would just show me and say, yo, everything is all right. I got you. You don't have to worry. Look, you don't have to do this hard reset. Look, I just reestablished the services for you to let you know that, hey, I got you. So whatever it is that we might be going through and everything like that, yo, just know that God is getting ready to God is reestablishing you. I thank God for what Pastor Omar had taught on Wednesday night. Cause that's showing me that I didn't have to do a hard I didn't have to do a hard reset. I just had to reestablish some things. That God had reestablished some things on what needed to be reestablished. So I'm sitting up in here, doing my thing, doing my thing. Then my wife was like, man, you about to do the podcast? I said, yeah, I'm about to do everything and everything like that. I said, because I had to get my, I had to get my Gatorade and everything like that. But then, in the same token, I was like, well, God, I thank you because normally from where we used to stay at before, normally whenever stuff like this happens, when there's ice and snowing and everything like that, normally the power goes out. And so we're sitting here, we're trying, and then we were like twiddling with our thumbs, trying not to be on our cell phones or anything like that, because you gotta save your power because there's no power to charge up your phone or anything like that. So then we're sitting right here, and then we just sit right and say, well, Lord, we sitting here right now. We just keep on praying that the power come back on. When Duke Energy and all them gonna be able to get their tails out here and come put the power and stuff back on and everything like that. But then in that same token, it was also allowing us to see that, no matter what you're going through right now, whatever that anything that you're going through right now, we are going through the process. Look, the process of what you're going through is letting you know that God is reestablishing things for you, and everything is going to be all right. Once we are willing to allow God to reestablish some things. So I was like, wow, hearing the wind blow, and all you just hear, you just hear the wind blow, that's all I hear every time. I can be in the kitchen, had the microwave running, and then got some other musical stuff going on, but guess what? Everything I hear always in the background, I always hear that wind blowing real hard. It's almost for me, it was almost like for where that you hear that wind and stuff blowing real hard and everything like that. It showed me from where that this guy is blowing away all the bad stuff so nothing bad can happen to you. He said, let me protect just like me saying that right now, the wind just started blowing even more hard. And I can hear it, and it just started blowing real hard. from where God is like, look, let me go ahead and blow away some of these distractions away from you. Let me go ahead and, you know what? Let's go ahead and blow away that doubt. Let's go ahead and blow away that fear. Whew, man, look at that wind blowing hard, man. It's gone blowing some things off of you that's been trying to hold you down for a very long time. But still, small voice. Whoo! Come on, see there. See, that's when you know when Sister Mari is back up in the game, because you know she dropping things like this. The Lord was not in the wind nor the earthquake, but the still small voice. 1 Kings 19:11. So like, yeah. I'm gonna tell you, man, like I feel great. I feel great. And you know, and then it's like one thing from what I know, you know, it's like one thing for like when me and Latasha was talking about, you know, my wife was talking about this morning and everything. You know, it's like we took this time. Man, how many guys know sometimes, man, God allowed things to happen right there just to show us that, yo, I need you guys to slow down. So like take us. I could talk about me and my wife. We would be so busy from where it was like we would catch one another somewhere in time. We'll catch one another in the day, or we'll call, or we'll message and we'll text and everything like that. I'm not even going to front. These past couple of days has been awesome. You know, look, I ain't liking whenever I had the flu. When the flu try to come in here and try to wipe a ninja out or anything, like I ain't like that part. But then that same token, it was a lot. God was showing us that it was time for us to be able to make time for one another. And so like whenever she's been like working remote, and I'm doing what I'm doing here and everything like that. But then that same token, like I could go with where she's working in right now because she's on like in the kitchen table and everything like that working. And so I can look, we make it so feel like it's like I could be like a coworker. I can roll right past and say hello, good day, and everything like that. Fix me something to drink. Then I go back to what I'm doing. But then guess what? I actually will sit and make time. This is be like, hey, I love you. He's like, I love you too. I said, well, okay, I love you. I said, okay, I'm gonna let you get back to work and everything. And then I go on my merry way. I go on my merry way. But then that's a lot. But that was like God allowing us to be like, hey, like, you have, look, you're in the house because of the snap. Don't make yourself so distant from where now, since you guys are in the house, that you want to make yourself more distance. Go ahead and reestablish and reconnect with one another. So whenever she take her lunch break and everything like that, we're sitting laughing and talking and chilling. And then she'll go back to work and do what she need to go do. And then I'm going back to doing what I need to do. I handle whatever phone call business and stuff that I can do. Because, because most of the people who I need to talk to, they're not in the office right now because of the weather. But then in the same token, it's like, you know what, God, I thank you for where how the way things are moving right now, because you showing us that we have it's showing us that we have to make time for God and we have to make time for each other. And that was like one of the key things from where we were starting to learn back in 2021 that we brought over from 2021. We had to make time. We had to make more time for God and make more time for ourselves. Cause man, we used to be like this. We used to be move. Like we always had stuff going on. We were like, this is us every time. Whenever you think we have a breather, okay, cool. Oh no, we gotta do this right here. That was us. But then God was allowing us to say, you need to make that time. Make the time for God, and then make the time for yourselves. Just like I have to learn sometimes, like everything ain't gonna get done in the day. I can tell you that part right now. It's not gonna get done. But then you know what? But then that same token, it's how the way that I manage my day. Just like my wife too, like she has her plan, And she actually did a good job one time, because it was one thing that she didn't get to on yesterday and everything. But then she said, well, since I ain't get to it, so it's right there on the top of my list. That I can get that thing done, then I can go on to the next thing and everything like that. Getting back to myself, not there yet, but I'm coming. 5 days without God was enough. Let me look. My wife in the background, yo, she's right here she about to go off in a good way. Let me tell you. I understand. I completely understand. From where you talking to a brother, when you was talking to a brother who was in the hospital for like almost a half a year. And that healing process, and getting to that healing process. Yeah, you're getting back to yourself, man. Look, it was gonna make it more interesting, Miss Martin, man. Like, why God, like when you said like you're getting back to yourself, man, God about to make you more greater. And the reason why I say that, because everything for what's been happening that has been trying to slow you down, trying to stop you and everything, I see God get removed. I see God doing a complete healing from where it would not be holding you back anymore. I'm touching the ground on that myself. Like, look, this is not going to stop her from doing what God needs for her to do. Just like for me, from where I had to learn, just like when I had to learn, from when I had these amputations and everything like that, man, look, that didn't stop me from still serving God. Like, my whole mindset had to change. And one time at first before, and then look, and this was where I had to check my connections on who I was with. From where, when I had the first amputation, yes, I had Latasha. I had my lovely wife. And I had a couple of family members who were like, you know what? You still can do on what you can do. But then whenever I was around certain people that been like, well, you can't do this and you can't do that. And that, and you can't do this and everything like that because you're this right here. You're disabled and this and that, this and that, this and that. I said, man, let me show. I said, well, I had to do, man. I said, what I had to do, like, I had to block out them naysay, and I had to use, the way I like to say, I had to use my disability for my capability.
Sir, that's a whole
So when I say I use my disability for my capability, I had to make some adjustments. Cool, and then guess what? And the people that was around me that was not letting me use disability as an excuse. They said, no, we can use your disability as your capability. So you may not be capable to do the leg work, but then guess what? That's why you married. That's why y'all become one. Because whenever you can't do the leg work, your wife can do the leg work for you. You can do all the computer stuff all day. Just like my wife has said plenty of times, babe, you just gotta let me know where I need to go and how I need to do it. And then most likely 9 times out of 10, I already know how to say it. I said, look, I just need you to just go pick it up. And so then whenever they had like this second amputation and everything like that. And what make it so interesting though? Whenever I had the second amputation, and I have not too long had like this witness, I had gotten up that morning, went to go see the doctor and everything, and then we were talking about all with the, with the surgery and everything, like, like going on stuff with my leg and everything like that. I had woken up that morning like right after 3,000. And God just brought this back to my memories, like just now. When I got up after from hearing 3,000 and was getting ready to go to the doctor that day and everything. I had sat in the bathroom and I was like, God, you know what? I said, with everything for what's going on, I said, if you got to amputate just for me to get to where I need to get to with you, I'll go through it. Didn't realize I said that before I even went to the doctor's office. I was just, when you're in that moment, and then you just, like, you're in that moment, and then, like, you're praying and everything, and you say, like, yo, God, whatever it is I need to do to get to you, man, I'll do it. Now, realizing that I was saying, like, yo, like, if another body part gotta come out just for me to serve you, then I'll do it. Guess what? The other leg came off. And so then when I was in the hospital, I was in the hospital and everything. God really had to God was, was dealing with me and everything like that. You know, I ain't gonna front. I was in that mode, like I wanted to give up, I wanted to quit and everything like that. But then God was bringing some things back to my mind. Said, hey, remember when you said? Remember when you said this right here? And then God had to bring that thing back to my. I said, God, that's right, I did say that. So then when I started to get back memories and everything like that, then I was starting to look. I said, you know what? It's time for me to get back to how the way I used to. If the first amputation didn't kill me the first time, the second one wasn't going to kill me either. I looked at for the second amputation was making me even greater. Because just like I was saying before, and then everybody could attest who was at Matt's life and everything like that. When I was able to get rid of the dead weight, I was freed up because I had dead weight that was coming off of me. I had dead weight that was coming off of me physically. But then I was getting ready to let go of the dead weight spiritually as well. I have my little small moments, trust me. I have my moments from where it's like, yo, and Miss Mark, look, I was like that with you too, man. I was tired of crying. I was trying to be like, man, it was like, I can't do it because of this right here, or I can't do that because of this right here, and everything. Like, I was there. I was truly there. I was at a point one time I said, man, you know what, man, this fluff, forget about it. Like I'm done, or whatever like that. But then you know what, man, from whenever. But how many of you guys know that God would send the right people at the right time? Whenever I was about to be like in that quit mode and everything like that, man, that's whenever Matt's life started to come into the picture. And we wasn't even a part of the church yet. From where you getting phone calls from Pastor Brandon Rojas or Pastor Omar Rojas, they texting you or calling and say, hey, how you doing today? And I ain't gonna front. I was like the ones that, okay, understand Pastor Brandon talking to Latasha. I get that part. That's, the girl thing well like that. Hi, I get that part. Why is Pastor Omar texting me? I didn't even remember his church. But you know what? I appreciate it though. Because I was at because even though I was in a whole nother church and everything like that. But then whenever that he took the time. And that's why I took value of that. So I said, man, this man took the time to text me. I said, this guy barely even knows me. But then how many of you guys know that God will send the right people at the right time? Definitely when you feel like that you really want to let go and to quit and everything like that, man, God will send you exactly what you need at the right time. Some of the things are what me and my wife was going through and everything like that, man, we was on the verge, was yo, we was about to be stuck in limbo, to be honest with you guys. We're about to be stuck in limbo. And how many of you guys know, man, you don't want to be stuck in limbo because then it's you don't know where to go. You don't even know where you're going. You're just stuck right there, in this one big old empty space room, and then you just don't know where to go. You don't know which door to take or which way to go, or should you go back? You just stuck in limbo. But then when God sent in the right people at the right time. Right, yeah. Yeah, we haven't met you in person yet, but consider me family and I. Look, let me tell you something. Look, whenever I had a way, I'm one of these people right here. The only one's gonna turn me out talking about we ain't family well like that, man. You just do something crazy and disrespectful or whatever like that. That's just me. But then the same token for whatever that when some people come right here and call me brother and they call me brother and everything like that, yo, I take that at a high respect for anybody. Because I was at a point in time when I felt like that nobody shouldn't be calling me brother or anything like that, because I felt like I was too jacked up in life and everything for anybody to be calling me brother. Then you look at me today, hey, man, that's my brother right there. And that was even way before me and Pastor Brandon even hooked back up. as brothers and sisters. But the one thing that I loved about it so much and everything, about it and everything like that, Like the same thing with Pastor Brandon. I know when she watches it, she gonna be like, bro, don't be trying to make me cry and anything like that. Okay, I'm sorry, but then look, we both might cry here or whatever like that. So I haven't talked to Pastor Brandon in a couple of years. But from where me and her was able to hook back up again. But it was a better reestablishment than what it was back in the day. And the reason why I say that because not only that she is my sister, but now she's my pastor as well. And my spiritual mother at that. Man, how many of you guys know that your sister can be your pastor and your spiritual mother? I don't know, but it happens. It happened to me. And from where that God was able to really come in and allow the right people to come in at the right time. From where, how sometimes from where that, you might have to, from whatever that you have to be able to cut a certain section off to be able to make sure that piece will be able to preserve itself. So from where you got to cut off that dead, the dead pieces and everything like that. Okay, God, you showed me about when I had the second surgery while I was in the hospital. From whenever I had to fall in the hospital, I had to have surgery again. From whenever that I failed, I done messed up all the tissues and everything up in here on, in the surgical area and everything like that. From where it was causing me to bleed to death. From where the doctor had to go in, he said, look, for us to be able to, to stop the bleeding, to save you and everything like that, I had to go in and cut off this part right here, and then we have to seal this part up right here, so then you won't die. So he did the surgery, he went in, and then he did what he needed to do. He cut up the piece of the old tissues and some of the old bone marrow, and he said because the bone marrow was so damaged, if I was to leave it right there and try to wait for it to heal up and everything, you can bleed to death. So we have to cut this part off right here to stop the bleeding. I don't know who this is for today. Look, it's okay if you gotta cut some things loose to stop the bleeding. I don't even know why I'm going this route right now. But if you gotta cut some things loose to stop yourself from bleeding, then cut some things loose to stop yourself from bleeding. I had to do that. When the doctor said we gotta cut this area right here so we can stop the bleeding. Because if you don't let us get up here and stop the bleeding and everything, you can bleed it you can die. And that was and from where my doctor would come in and say this is serious. It was serious. From when I'm laying in the hospital bed and I'm always drenched in my own blood, like I was in a blood bath. And from when my doctor had to come in and say, we gotta stop this bleeding. Right, no sir, but you had 7 strokes. So then when my doctor was we gotta stop this bleeding. Because if we don't, he's gonna die. And then there was one time we can't do the surgery until I think one time they were trying to say they couldn't do it until next week, that following week, Wednesday or Thursday or whatever like that. Man, the doctor came back in and said, look, I'm taking care of it on Monday. I'm taking care of it on Monday. This is gonna be handled on Monday. But when you I'm sitting there and then I'm drenched. From where it was time for whatever, my wife was trying to call me and everything. Man, I done been so depleted of blood from where they trying to pump blood and stuff back into my system and everything. I couldn't even pick up the phone and talk to my wife. I couldn't even talk to our leaders at the time. Man, I was at a place where I was jacked up physically, and then I was really starting to get messed up mentally too at the same time. You trying to battle physical problems and everything like that. Then you got to try to deal with yourself mentally at the same time. And then no offense, some of the nurses was not helping me at all. I had a couple of them. They was you know what? And then it was a couple of them, like, they always came into the room, they checked on me, and then I didn't even know until one of them said, yo, like we went to call your wife, because your wife trying to call you and everything. So we came in, checked on you, make sure you were good, that you were sleeping and everything like that, and then we went back and we called your wife. Or we had your wife on the phone while we came in and checked on you, and then let her know everything of what you were doing at the time of the month, because she couldn't get up here. So then I was like, God. But then, like, I'm balancing things mentally. Look, when I first got in the hospital with everything what was going on and everything like that, man, I had one big old conniption that whole day. And I ladies I heard this story before. That's why, like, it's still like, till this day, man, it still had bothered me till this day. Was like, I'm supposed to help out my pastor working on the freaking Wi-Fi. I gotta get out of here. I like, look, I about to be like, look, put me on the ambulance, take me to Maximizing Life Family Worship Center and everything, let me help him with the Wi-Fi, then y'all can bring me back. I'm about to be like that. But then at the point in time, like, they had just revived me the first time, I think. Yeah. I just been revived from Wide on Cold Blue. So I was like, whoa. And so it's like, for like now, that's why I see why I had to go through the process. For God to reestablish some things with me. But when I was like, God, I ain't gonna, this is me being hot, honest, open, and transparent. I didn't like from what I had to go through, what I went through, because like the stuff of what my family had to go through. My family, and actually my Max Life family. But I had to go through that process and everything to be a greater me. And still going through a process. I'm going through some stuff right now. Like, I'm finally starting to really open up. And when I say open up, I mean open up. Like, yeah. But then at that time and moment right now, it's like, God, we're going through this process and everything like that. For where, like, I'm hearing the wind blow. I said, man, even one time, man, I thought God wasn't even talking to me anymore. But then guess what? I had to open up. I had to open up. I had to be at the point, I had to be at that point. It was like, like, God, and I'm not ashamed to even say it, like, on podcasts or anything, like, God, I'm sorry. From where I really had to be at that point, from whatever that you see, from like the 116, like, they got an album out right now, 116 album, and it is called, I'm right here on the TV looking at the same time. The album is called We Are Unashamed. From where I had to get to that point, from where I am not ashamed to come on here and say, yo, I am sorry. If I done anything, if I said anything, look, it even make you think of any way on how the way I might have treated you or act to you whatsoever, yo, please forgive me. I ask you to forgive me. So some things can get reestablished. And this why I'm saying that. So that's why I thank God I didn't have to do a hard reset last night. From where, if I had to do a hard reset, it was like I was starting all over again. And I don't know about y'all, I don't have that many body parts to be having another surgery to go through all that again. I like to keep the remaining what I got. I don't know about y'all. I can't do that. I thank God you have to do a hard reset because I don't have another body part. I don't. I need my hands and my arms and everything so I can lift my hands up high. I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, I thank God that I had to do a hard reset. I thank God for reestablishing. Man, shoot, I think, look, if y'all don't know, man, you know I love Maximizing Life Family Worship Center. I have no shame saying that. Look, I will put down a big old t-shirt and say, I love Max Life. Hey, don't think I won't.
You will.
And so, and I'm not saying that, you know, just be like, oh, well, you know, I should go check them out and everything. No, I'm saying the reason why I'm saying that, yo, look, you need to find you a place, find you somewhere from where that you will have that connection. It may be Maximizing Life, or it may be somewhere else. I don't know. But be somewhere from where you're going to have that connection from where, oh man, I'm putting like just, this is me. You need to have that type of connection. Even if you flop up on something, they still love you and show you where you flopped up at for where you can get back on track. And they won't condemn you for it. Or they won't make you feel sorry because you messed up. I was at one place one time for where I had messed up on something, and then I had went to start like, you know what? I was thinking, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start working on being like an entrepreneur and everything. Man, that's another person where I came from, man. They had got on me so bad. So I need to work a 9-to-5 job because I can't make no money, or I can't do this right here because of me being disabled and everything like that. And I ain't gonna front, man. I gave like the stink look. I gave them like, man, what the blank you talking about? Look, I lost it that day. I lost it. I came home and then my wife saw the anger part of me. I was like, did you blank hear this? And I mean, I went off. I did. The rest of my whole family, my whole mom, and they were like, what happened? I was like, nothing. And then I walked out the door. I was hot. Yeah, that was a ride out there. Yeah, Lord Jesus. Y'all would have knew our ride outs. But then, I thank God for... But then what makes it so funny, I thank God for what I had to go through the process to get to where I really need to get to. I ain't gonna mention no names. But I thank God for that happened to let me go through the process to get to where I'm at right now, for me to get to my greatness. That's just like that Canton Jones song. You know, what was the song called? Hater Day. You know, thank you for my haters today. Got a hand clap. Thank you for my haters today. You know, thank you. Thank you. Because you know why? Because you guys helped me get to this process to where I had to get to. So, you know, thank you. Thank you. Great day, what's going on? Ooh, yeah, look, we've been going in for a minute, sis. I'm trying to tell you. And definitely, we got Sister Mari up in here today. Oh, Hater Day by Cancer Joe. Let me tell you something, man. If y'all hear that song, Hater Day on Cancer Joe, look, you would have a different perspective on the people who've been talking that yin yang about you. When I first heard that song, I was like, this man is crazy for... I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought it was a diss track to be onto all the haters out there. But then when I actually sat and listened to the song, I said, you know what? I thank God for my hater today. I'm like, I thank God for my hater today. Podcast, look, the song is called Hater Day by Canton Jones. Listen to it. That song is... it'll make you be like, I won't be thinking my hater for today, but then when you actually, man, look, when you take self out of it and then you put yourself and then you allow God to be the center of that song right there, and you actually hear like, you know what, I really do thank God for my hater today, because that person who was hating on you would not have made you push yourself to get to where you need to get to. And, you know, I look at things like that and I say that, God, you funny, because you know how my attitude was. Like, really? Like, really? Like, I had to be, you're joking, right? And then I really had to, like, look at it like that. So, Facebook, if y'all want me to stay on here and chill with y'all for a minute, I'm about to let podcasts go, because I'm about to hit that time frame with them. So, podcasts, you know, tune in Monday through Fridays here with Motivated to the Max. I will catch you guys on Monday. Monday, you will get another podcast episode for Motivated to the Max. You guys be blessed and have a great rest of your weekend. You guys have a great day. Peace out.